Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Anna Marie from Anna Marie Designs, and today I will be making an Easter card. Yes, my very rare Easter card, but I thought that a latest collection, French Garden, beautifully blends itself into all kinds of creations, and an Easter card is one of them. Even though you don't have any particular designs in this set, I will show you how to create a very quick, very easy Easter card from some of the dies that we have there. Now, I have a 7 by 7 inch square card, and I do have a panel slightly smaller that I cut out just simply in white. So the first thing that I'm going to do is rough up the edges of my mount, and then we're just going to progress into our next step. And I'm just going to give myself a little lines cutting into my edges, and I'm also going to rough them up a little bit. And after that, all I'm going to do is just add a little bit of ink pad. So you will see by changing a color slightly, obviously we are creating more in-depth sort of creation. So the color that I will be using is called Antique Linen, and I'm just going to give myself a very gentle coloring to the edges of my mount. So my background work is done, and now on to the next element. Now these are beautiful square nested frames, and I love these. Okay, we've got very delicate border here, which I die cut in a textured plains cardstock yellow. But obviously these two yellows differ slightly. So what I'm going to do is to add a little bit of the same color ink pad to this inside mount. And as you can see, that is the effect we're getting. Slightly muted, less sharp, beautiful, but the frame remains nice, bright. Okay, I'm loving it. So now let's stick this down. Okay, so that is what I have right now, and now I'm just going to lift some of my little triangles upwards, and I'm also going to give myself a little crushed edge here or there. Now, so what I'm going to do for this Easter card, I thought, since I have my beautiful sprig needles, I will simply use them to create a cross. Okay, this will serve me as a sort of a line, a template if you like. Okay, so let's say we have this long line here, and now we can go for this one where it's like almost double-ended needle. And what I'm going to do with this one is actually, instead of trimming it, I'm just going to bend in a couple of places to give myself the length that I desire for my cross. Of course, we need to adjust a couple of things, whether they are symmetrical, but once you've done that, which I think this is what I need, that's it. I think that looks really lovely. Very, very balanced cross. We can now begin to stick these two parts together. Right, so I reckon I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue here. Okay, and now we can pop this part here. just like so. That's my beautiful template, and now let's move on to debossing forget-me-not flowers. So I have these two beautiful largest forget-me-not flowers die cut in a textured card. I'm just going to deboss them from the back a little bit and glue them together. Right, so let's do a couple of flowers, prepare these, and then we have something to work with. Right, I think I've got enough of flowers now, and we can start building a beautiful floral cross. Now, before I do that, I will add a little bit of natural fibre. And my fibre is just going to sit here, just like so. And the first flower that I'm just going to stick down to the amount will secure my fibre. So there you go. Let's go for one right here. One in white. So we're just going to bring this one to the mix just like so. And let it sit. So that's a base starting from the middle. And now we're just going to add beautiful pink and yellow flowers to the mix. So my cross is done, beautifully floral, and now I'm just going to add the smaller forget-me-nots in my beautiful yellow colour. That's beautiful. So here I am with this beautiful cross, and now I need a little bit of green. So my favorite option to add some greenery into my cross is actually using the sprigs from our border sprigs, because you could actually snip them out in the smallest possible chunks and add them to your arrangement. And now let's do the diddy little parts. So we're just going to tidy them up and then bring tiny elements into our arrangement here and there. So this is where I am, and what I also have is this beautiful border saying Happy Easter. I printed this border out myself on the vellum, so we can snip out in a couple of places as and when we need them. But I'm just going to literally go for a little bend here and tuck it underneath, and I'm just going to secure it here behind this first mount that I've created right at the beginning. So if we want this border to be slightly bouncy, then we need to bend it here. Okay, in order for us to bend it in this place and tuck it in, we need to trim the excess. And voila. So this is what I have. And we're now going to add a couple of beautiful birdies from our Garden Birds collection. Right, so I'm just going to go for the smallest size, but I'm going to deboss them from the back. And we're going to add a couple of flower centers, and we will almost be done. Before I stick my birdies down, I will add some beautiful centers to my flowers. So let's begin with this one. Pearls are placed, the cross looks absolutely beautiful. Now my birds, and well, it's a decision whether they're going to look at each other or away from each other, and I think I'm just going to go with them facing each other. So lovely. Okay, and I promise my final detail, final are these three elements which they come from the reef trio. These are a little leftovers, but they are super useful. When you separate a reef trio, obviously you end up with 3 different circles, ornate circle, and afterwards, obviously you can use 2 of them or 3 or 1 and so on. But when you've got bits and pieces like this left over, now they are fantastic because I'm going to show you. Right, we can use them as literally the edges for our borders. We can create a detail on our base card that actually highlights everything that we're doing or we will be doing and so on. So look at my background, completely transformed already, and these are the edges that we basically need. So literally going to, I think, maybe play with these 2 a little bit, like so, and like so. And I think I'm going to place them down exactly where they are now. So I hope you like this little concept. So for this purpose, I'm just going to use PVA glue, easy to sort of move around. Voila! My Easter card is done, and yes, I could add another pearl or 2. However, I don't want to take my focus off my main feature, and that's my Easter cross, beautifully decorated with forget-me-not flowers and border sprigs, which, by the way, as I mentioned earlier, complement our sprig needles. So I hope that you enjoyed my video tutorial. Super quick Easter card using what we already have in our craft stash. And well, thank you for stopping by as always. If you did like this tutorial, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Thank you for now. Bye-bye.